run a real estate business or brokerage and you don't have any other businesses, you've probably wondered how other real estate companies have mortgage companies, title companies, or insurance agencies. And the same applies if you're a real estate agent and want to know if you can be a loan officer or buy shares. So by the end of this video, we're going to help you figure out who can own what type of affiliated business and what matters most to be compliant, so that you can truly grow your income and business the way you've always dreamed of. Hi everyone. As one of the founders of Collab Lending and Collab Lending Franchise, I want to welcome you. If you're new here or you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified when we release videos that will help you with becoming a loan originator or mortgage broker or expanding your real estate business. Now, what if I told you 5 years from now, buyer's agents would no longer exist, or that real estate commissions were reduced down to 2% maximum on every house that's sold in the United States? Do you remember when the housing market crashed in 2008? Well, that is exactly what happened to mortgage brokers. They got blamed for the bad loans that trapped many home buyers, and the government decided to create all the new rules that brokers abide by today. There were mortgage brokers out there who ran their business making 4 or 5% on closed loans, and overnight they had to accept and only make about 2.5%. How would you survive? How would you cover your expenses? Adding in an additional business like a mortgage or title company to your real estate brokerage could be the strategy that helps shift as the industry changes, whatever those changes are. I think it's the best option for real estate brokers and big team leaders to check out. So let's learn why. Having more than one revenue stream is a key part of creating a successful and recession-proof real estate business. Think about it. In a tough market with less houses selling, or if your current agents begin losing market share, having an additional stream of income could make up for a majority and even all of the lost revenue. In the good years, you simply just make more money. So when you think about the types of businesses that make the most sense for you to open and add to your current business, something that has to do with real estate is probably a good starting point. Selling something that your current customers already want or need, or buying somewhere else is one of the easiest and smartest ways to open another business. I like to say, you have the buyers, you should have the brokerage. So let's list out a few businesses that your customers are already using currently when you sell them a house or you sell their house. If you have a client and they're getting a mortgage, they're going to need title insurance. They need homeowners insurance. They need an inspection. They need moving services, cleaning, dumpsters, and they're getting a mortgage. So honestly, the list could go on for a really long time. So in this video, we want to focus on adding the mortgage business piece. And I think many people get scared away from the mortgage business avenue because it seems really overwhelming, complicated, and truthfully, there's just not a lot you know about it. The reasons I think you should consider adding on a mortgage brokerage is threefold. Number one, mortgages are the most profitable part of the real estate puzzle. There was actually a Housing Wire article that said a single mortgage origination is worth that of 20 real estate closings. The second reason is your clients are very overwhelmed and the mortgage process is intimidating to them. So having someone right there to help when you have built trust with these clients is a very easy handoff. And the third reason is because it's the next step. After someone goes under contract and they're ready to move forward, they don't jump to the title company, they go to mortgage next. And then later on, they think about the title agent and the insurance. So to keep going with an easy flow, and there has been studies and questions done with buyers who say they do like when it's easier for them through a one-stop shop. So how do you think a mortgage company then could benefit your agents? This is where the gray lines start coming in. But I know many real estate brokerages that open mortgage brokerages and involve their real estate agents. When you look at people who've been wildly successful in the real estate industry, many times they have set up that one-stop shop. There are many industry leaders who believe that this model, the one-stop shop, is the future of our industry. Now, some of you might be thinking, why not jump into a partnership with a mortgage company that's already existing? Skip all the business back-end stuff, let them do everything. You could do that. You could do subleasing. You could do marketing service agreements. That's what probably a lot of you have, and even joint ventures. A lot of these are pretty strict and can only be set for certain amounts. Or in the case of a joint venture, there isn't always enough equity to involve your agents then who are driving the business. So a mortgage brokerage where you can own 100% has no ceiling or rules with what you decide. I also know firsthand you miss out on the ability to control aspects or invest in particular options when you don't have 100% control. And did I mention that you will leave a lot on the table doing the other options? Is there an issue with RESPA if you open a mortgage company? Not as long as you follow the rules and you do things correctly. This means that you don't pay anyone, especially real estate agents, for sending referrals to your mortgage company. You cannot give them anything of value for the referrals. You and any agents can only be paid based on the ownership that you have in the business or the work that they perform if they're working within the mortgage company. So here's a few examples of doing it right and wrong. And I want to be clear that I am not an attorney, so connecting with an educated, RESPA knowledgeable attorney is very smart. So the wrong way to work with a mortgage company is, okay, I need some money, I'm gonna put an MSA in my office, and I'm not gonna do the documentation. I'm gonna just sign it like a lease, but it's an MSA for marketing services. Or I'm gonna do a joint venture, and I'm gonna offer discounts to clients whose agents refer business. Invite out to dinner agents who send the mortgage company business, but only those agents. Or probably the worst scenario is you do nothing because it seems like it's just too much. One other thing I also don't recommend is that you draw the lines. You have your real estate agents and you have your loan officers. Now, yes, realtors can get their mortgage license, and they can help, but only with certain loans. For example, real estate agent who sells a home buyer a house and uses an FHA loan, they cannot be the loan officer. That is not allowed. And the last one is opening a mortgage company, doing it completely on your own without the best tools and expecting your real estate agents to use just who you put in that office. Now let's look at the right way. So if you are going to do an MSA or a sublease, make sure you document it appropriately. You will be capped on what you can bring in, but at least do it the right way. The best way to open and have a mortgage brokerage as part of your company is with the guidance of an expert like the Collab franchise, using our course, Mortgage Broker Fast Track, a mortgage company that finds products that your team doesn't currently have access to so your agents can sell more, creating space and offer shares to your real estate agents to purchase of the mortgage brokerage and build parameters around who's eligible to be a partner, but make it available to everyone. This creates the opportunity for you and the agents to receive equity-based checks based on the shares that they own. Then after you do this, you begin growing your company by adding that mortgage brokerage with employees that become part of the team. And it's an integral part of your real estate business that fights to get you more buyers into homes and help your agents have more success than just the random lenders that they're currently connecting with. This is why my business partner and I started mapping out a business plan 18 months ago that could help real estate brokers and leaders begin mapping their course and creating their own mortgage company success. Our dream was to impact the state of the real estate industry, specifically for the professionals that work in it. We want to make it possible for every realtor, every broker, and loan officer to compete with giant companies, the tech companies, and even their own parent companies who are doing things strategically in business that has no benefit to the everyday realtors, small business owners, and loan officers. And that's why we took 18 months and built this business plan out so that professionals like you have the option to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And it gives you the option to add income to your current business and increase your revenue streams. We've built out everything in a process that is step by step and covers from opening the business and including shares to the agents, to getting your mortgage brokerage license, being compliant, introductions to your first 5 lenders, the loan and business systems to use. We teach you how to recruit and hire LOs and employees if you don't have relationships already. Then we teach you how to be profitable by using the best credit agencies to learning how to price loans. And then we still teach you how to use our marketing templates and resources that are ready-made for you to use. And I could keep going, but would rather set up a meeting to discuss and review for any of you who are excited and are finally finding an option that would make this goal possible. So I hope you're getting excited. I know I do every time I talk about it. It's a game changer. So if you'd like to learn more about our program and how it can help you start the process of opening or becoming a mortgage broker as part of your business, just click on the link in the description and schedule a discovery call with someone on our team. This is 100% free and no payments required. We'll be there to guide, answer your questions, point you in the right direction. I hope that this video gave you the insight that you're looking for and that you will join us for more information on one of our next upcoming webinars. And if you know someone who would benefit from this information, please share this video with them. Hit that subscribe and bell to get further notifications. Otherwise, continue to check out all the other home buying and mortgage broker tips and guides on our channel. I can't wait to see you next week.